Alright guys, welcome back. I think I've got my audio issue figured out. I'm on old equipment and software and everything's not that great, but hey, we make do. Okay, I'm gonna go into detail about the Yomi. My last video was pretty all over the place. Like I said, I'd recorded like 4 times and each of those videos was like 40 minutes and I was really upset, so I kind of rushed through it. But we're going to do Yomi. Now, before I start, I want to show you something. I had to go delete a bunch of old games. Where is it at? This is typically what I end up doing when I'm playing against the AI, doesn't matter the difficulty. This was 5 players, medium size, so 15 provinces per. And I literally had 1 throne for 90% of that game. I use level 2 thrones. I think that's the best. Level 1s are not really powerful, and honestly, you can take them or leave them. They're not worth as much. They have more magic sites. It's perfectly fine to avoid them unless you have it set to Ascensions, which I normally play. Victory by Ascension. But the AI typically, even on Impossible, doesn't seem to hit them all that well. This game, I spawned right here. And I made a beeline for the caves, because you get more resources and money from a cave. And as this build with the Yomi, you're going to be kind of treasury starved. You need gold. Even this late in the game, look, I only have a 1200 income. Because, I've got crap skills, thanks to sloth and turmoil and heat. This right here, the misfortune, was actually from this throne, which was not that terrible. There's some things that happened that kind of screwed me early game, but, the 4 astral pearls is worth it. Early game, like the first 10, 12 turns, you can, unless it's level 1 throne, you can normally not even worry about it. Unless you just really want that throne, go for it. Extra resources from caves or forts and caves, so go there. You will be plopping down temples everywhere. I mean, this is a year 5 game. This went on for a couple hours. And the reason I drug it out is I was like, I wonder if I can just completely wipe out the AI with this build. Of course I did. Like I said, this could be a more detailed video, so this could be a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is the very first Dione I recruited. He has 140 kills. Look at that XP. Now, he does have gear, but was from the arena death matches. I mean, look, these are all my guys, so. Radion. Okay. I mean, he did end up with battle wounds, but he had more than that. I had an event where I have a druid that had the recuperation ability, or skill, and it was amazing. She kept healing him up. His heroic ability, Valor, that's probably the worst thing you can get on the Yomi, because they have a innate -2 morale to everybody they're leading. It's really terrible. He got stupidly powerful because I think it was real early in the game. There's a death match, and the AI didn't have anybody spamming death syllabi, which you'll come to find out hard counters to this specific setup, or pretty much anybody running very powerful commanders, specific commanders, not sacred units, but commanders themselves. Magic, death syllabi, which I don't know why that got put in the game, but hey, it's a free slay, insta kill if you fail your check. He ended up with regeneration. He already has regeneration, so 5% more. He had an additional awe, luck, quickness. It was ridiculous. So this guy, he's a little, what do you call it? He got really lucky. Next best thing, this is typically what you're going to see. If you notice, these guys don't have any equipment. I just forwent equipment, the blesses alone are just enough. This is amazing right here. Okay, reinvigoration 6, heroic ability, endurance. I think, yeah. So he has in combat, he is 7 from Blood Surge. Alright, enough about those. Your Dione, The reason why I'm showing y'all this before I hop in and remake a new game, has 1d6 wolves. People tend to want to expand with the Dione by themselves, or very little chaff. It's not recommended. He needs some sort of backup. Uh, I really don't recruit anything. I prefer just pick up the Onis that spawn. Depending on your spawn luck, I mean, sometimes you just have to recruit some independents. Even if it's just like a barbarian province, you need chaff. Uh, any kind of cavalry, elephants, anything, you just want them to take that initial first hit. Um, that's the best thing. Now, when you go into death matches, these wolves, depending if it's a multiplayer game or a AI game, they'll send like level 1 priests uh, into the deathmatch. They'll send white kings and stuff like that, and the wolves can kill them. I mean, I've had a wolf headshot a lizard priest, but bad thing about fighting lizard priests, even in a province, they curse everybody, which means you get more battle afflictions, which is really bad for this build, because once these guys get battle afflictions, which is kind of not really rare, but hard, it really starts wearing them down. Blind. He's completely blind. He's lost both eyes, and he has a never healing wound. So he has a precision of 3. He's literally just swinging his sword. The old age is from a global enchantment in this game, which affects, even with all this negative, yeah, 1,000 years, start of old age. I mean, his precision, his attack skill, his defense skill had just tanked. I mean, yeah. And he's size 4, so archers are really having a field day with him. But he's still killing stuff quite regularly. So, I mean, it's rough. Is that the guy I just looked at? I know. He lost an arm. Look, protection 27, defense 17, precision 15. I mean, this is without blood surge. You know, I mean, tough skin. Okay, so he's got some extra protection, but no gear. Heroic abilities, yes. And they're not going to be that good when you first start out, but they'll get there very quickly. And this is what you can make your games end up as. I only have, I think, 3 large army of Onis, because this is year 5. And you can see I got lazy. I just was setting them anywhere. As far as their spells go, I've seen a lot of people keeping them in the back or advance behind troops. You want to go Blessing, that's buff themselves, Stone Skin, or whatever level 3 alteration, Iron Skin, for protection, defense, and then attack closest. These guys are combat guys. They're not necessarily casters, they can. I had a buddy who was playing a multiplayer game. He was like, hey, I want to play your Yomi build. And I was like, okay, go ahead. And he just rushed enchantment and was doing hordes of skeletons, and he wasn't doing well. I mean, these guys are combat casters. He was fatigued out from spamming spells, and they just died very easily. So, I just want to show you all that, and just talk a little bit about it. Research. We'll talk about conjuration, man. Alteration. This game only went to level 2 because I really was not trying to win that hard. I just like, I wonder what I can do. Iron Skin, this is what you want to shoot for. This normally has a lot of good water blessings. I mean, look, level 4 you get quickness. That's ridiculous. Units age faster, but they attack twice in one turn. You do get Stygian Skin at level 4, but water, death, and it's just 4. For that combat. Mirror image, if your Oni Shugo can spawn with 1 air, this is amazing. That combined with your Stone Skin. Actually, I don't think I have Stone Skin, I have air, but mirror image. Okay, they're already tough, now your enemies have any more problems hitting them. Let's see here, where Air Shield, that's another great one. Ranged really hurts these guys. Really hurts them. Alright, your next big thing will be, I cannot pronounce this word, I've heard it said so many times. Thaumaturgy? You know what, it's Thermaturgy from now on. We're just gonna go with that. Alrighty. The first couple of levels, actually, like, Sorry about that. First couple levels, there's really not a whole lot. I mean, there's a lot of astral water, a little bit of earth. This is funny. The lizardmen, shamans, and provinces have this, and it sucks. Can never be removed. There's no protection against it. And basically, it says, "Hey, you have a higher chance of getting an affliction or disease in combat," and that in a multiplayer game, long term, that will hurt people, especially if their pretender gets hit with that. And yeah, that's kind of funny. Your water nations or anything with a lot of astral mind burns, very nice. Really, there's not a whole lot. Sailor's Death is really good for your underwater nations. Just come out and screw people. Level 5 is what you're looking for. I mean, you have things like Soul Slay, level 5. That's a syllable of death right there. You know, I mean, you can get syllable of death a lot quicker than you can get Soul Slay. You know, I don't know why Illwinter decided they were going to do that, but hey, it's something you're really aiming for. Burden of time. It makes everybody age. All your soldiers, your commanders. Now, your demons live extremely long lives. And, if your opponents are not playing like an undead based nation or something, they're really going to feel the toll of that. I had a lot of people argue with me over it, saying, "Oh, it takes too many turns." We normally end our games like year 7 or 8 sometimes in multiplayer. So yeah, I like that. It's expensive, but I don't spend a lot of gems. The main thing you want to go for is your culture, into culture. Increases the spawn rate of your Oni. It's pretty much it. In multiplayer, people will counter that. I'm just saying, you're going to spend a lot more gems to keep that up. But that's multiplayer. And single player, once you have those two up, you can literally just end the turn a bunch and buff defense on your provinces and laugh. There's not really much else. Plague? No, there's not a whole lot. I mean, if you're at level 8 or 9, just cast whatever's there. Other than that, you're going to go construction. Like, I didn't even bother to go to construction until this late in the game. Construction 4 is all you really need. If you really just, you know, absolutely want to make a monster level 6, I wouldn't necessarily go to 8. That's a lot of time and research. I mean, it's a lot to get to 6, but 8... If you can survive that long and you're just spamming research units, yeah, go for it. Get everything else you need. Evocation, I'm sorry. If you want your commanders to actually sit back and use spells, there's some useful stuff in here. Fire Cloud, Area Effect 3. I mean, it's decent. Remember, you're going to have a lot of fire and death stuff. Shadow Bolt, you know, I mean, it's better to go with enchantment if you're actually going to cast spells. Work your way up to 5, I think it is. Yeah, I do Hordes of Skeletons. But remember, priests are a lot more powerful in Dominions 5 than they were in 4. So, I mean, it looks like we've been running close to 12 minutes or so. Quagmire. I keep looking at the water spells. I played a lot of nations that had a lot of water mages and stuff like that. To see if there's anything else, really. Enchantment. Regeneration. I mean, if you have a 3 nature mage, yeah. Heal. This helps if you're needing to spam some additional units. But if you're going to do that, Conjuration, which we'll go over, is your better bet. You get Sacred units, I think it's level 2. Yeah. So these are Sacred. It's a 3 for 3. I think the hardest thing to get is the level 1 air, so you probably have to go with the indie mages for this. And that's the biggest thing, but they're pretty powerful. Unfortunately, a lot of your summons do require stuff that's not in your typical paths. A lot of it being air. And that's pretty much be it for that. They do have some, I mean, level 4... The summon Yomi is pretty good. The Ghost General, not so much. Like I said, Priests have way too much power in Dominions 5 for that to be useful in early age. Let me say early age. late age, things change. But that's pretty much the layout of what you can do with this setup. And this is versus the AI, so I mean, the AI is terrible. Alright, so I'm gonna go and actually explain the first group of turns. Probably like the first 10, 12 turns, that area. Go with medium, enable that, not too worried about it. I can't spell. Fingers don't work. And the cat is just going crazy, if you can hear this in the background. She's upset over something, because I do have a bowl of food in here that I need to take back to the kitchen. And she's trying to eat it. Okay, enough about the cat. I typically play with 5 other AI. I like a little bit larger games, and you get more diversity, so if you're trying to learn the game, to begin with, you only want to go one-on-one, and you can actually set the nation you want to fight against, so you want somebody you know you can hard counter and just kind of get the basics of the game. That works. I prefer to go with 5 random. I prefer land nations, because I can't go into the water. I mean, it takes a lot of items, so... But we're going to do all random, let's go around. That's perfectly fine with me. We're just going to leave it on normal. Let's just kind of explain... Oh, no. Huh. Wow. I screwed up already. I'm so tired. Oh, well. There we go. Oh, that's 5. Okay. Let us go. I really enjoy the Russ. They've been a fun nation to play. Trying to make Abyssio work. I cannot get them to work right now, and I've put in a lot of hours on them. Alrighty. I'll show you some of the pretenders. Depending on what you're wanting to do, if you're wanting a super combatant to rush the dragons, I think Celestial is a little bit better. But either or, I mean... I used to be a big fan of super combatants in multiplayer games, but I've lost too many games to be like, yeah, that's what I really want to go do. I've got more of the tier 1 pretenders and heavy sacreds. What I've been running a lot of. A lot of people use the Oni Kunshu. He's great. He's a combat caster, so he's not to worry about as much fatigue. I think it is. No, okay. Okay, he can cast. Yeah, okay. Fatigue is also not doubled from armor, at least. He can cast while in combat. The thing with the Dione and this guy is this. So the summons are so out of whack. Typically what I've found in games is if I leave commanders in a province for several turns, the Oni don't spawn there. They'll spawn around that province, but not in that province. So maybe that's how it's supposed to work. But for me, it doesn't seem to work properly, I guess. I don't know. He's pretty good. Stat-wise, he's a big Dione. I mean, he has the same precision, which made me laugh the first time I was going through it. He's got higher strength. He's got, I think, a little bit higher protection. He definitely has more hit points. He's older, but, you know, he's your god. You don't have to worry about that. His leadership. Don't give him units. I mean, you got to give him some Onis, but he still confers the same -2 to everything. I think his combat speed's actually a little bit... Yeah, it's a little bit higher. Map move, I think, is about the same. He's a big Dione. It would have been cool if they would give him 2d6 wolves, but that would have been really powerful. Chaos power 2 instead of 1, so he's... Was it 50% bonus compared to the other chaos? Some of these are kind of neat. This guy's really good if you're... Oh, never mind. Who has Fortune Teller? Population kill. You don't want that. You don't want to kill your population off. Here we go, Fortune Teller. Okay, if you want to nuke your luck, this guy's great to have as a... You can go Dormant or Awake. I wouldn't say Imprisoned if you're taking low luck values, because you do want to counter some of that. But if you want to go that path, you know, he's pretty good. The Kami of Storms, I've used him. The Chaos Power is pretty neat. He's not... Storm Immunity is really kind of worthless. Unless the nation you're fighting actually has access to storm spells, stuff like that, it's not bad. But I mean, he's got a lot of strength. He's got low protection, high defense. He's a Dione that traded his protection and a few other things to get high hit points. I mean, he's gonna hit like a truck because 24 strength, precision plus your blesses. He's decent. These others I really haven't messed with a whole lot. They really don't seem like they're worth much. I mean, large, high hit point caster. That's all I see with it. And of course, you get some bodyguards. So when Vanheim tries to gank you with her flyers, you don't get hurt. She's actually really cool. I have used her. I went with an Awake build. She just followed around my Dione, who weren't as powerful as his current build. I mean, she's a low-end caster that can fly. But I just use her, sit back, cast spells, heal diseases. Haven't used her yet. I will eventually. I've used the Demi-Lich with a lot of different factions. He's kind of my go-to guy. Earth Serpent, if you're brand new to the game and you want a quick super combatant, here's your guy. This right here, there you go. And if you have regeneration, aura, not aura, bless, I'm sorry. That's perfect. Completely perfect. Yeah, I mean, he's just very quick. His Dominion's only 2, but again, he's tier 2. So, these up here, these, I consider these more of a Imprison Pretender, which is really going to hurt your Bless effects, because it's going to take a couple of years for them to even come out. So, with Yomi, I don't recommend it. I have tried it several times. If you can survive until the late game, yes, they're beneficial. But a lot of these will actually be better for you. Okay, let's go Master Enchanters, 100 points. New Paths of Magic cost 10. So if you're going for a Blessed build, these guys are extremely good. Okay, he's got 1 nature. Okay, let's pick him. Alright, you know what? I want regeneration. Was that 8 points? Bam. Oh, it's actually 7 points. We'll go like this. I have 157 points left to play over. It's like, okay, well, I just want regeneration. You know what? We're going to have some domain. Oh wait, we're playing Yomi. We have extra points because we had to have Turmoil. You know what? We don't have to worry about Sloth now, but we are going to go Heat too. You know what? We want some growth. We're going to research a little bit faster. You know what? I want more money. Just for, icing on the cake. We'll go with some luck. Now, luck has been changed. It's not as powerful as it used to be. Luck 3 used to be incredibly powerful in Dominions 4. But hey. There we go. Dominions 5. And you got the regeneration that you wanted. Now, we're not going with this Pretender. I'm just for newer people watching. We're going to go with our Yomi Super God. Alrighty. We're just going to play a normal game. We leave everything as it is, except I like having story events, the minor ones. Just, they add a little bit more. You do want to limit unique artifact forging, because you're not going to win the research game for the most part, depending on if you're playing against the AI or humans. You will completely beat the AI, you will not beat humans, depending on what they're playing. Random start research. If you get lucky, you can get Alteration 1 at the start, and that's probably one of the best things you can get. Thrones of Ascension. We do want 6 points. We do not want level 1 Thrones. It's way too easy. Use as a personal preference, because it helps you kind of figure out Thrones. I don't know, maybe it's just me. A multiplayer game. I'm doing a lot towards multiplayer, because I rather pit myself against the thinking human than the AI. It makes me feel like I'm actually learning something. Especially when you get beat. You learn more from defeat than you do victory. So, that's the way I see it. Cat, you're not about to jump on me. Stay away. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Sorry, I've talked a lot, guys. I know, it's Dominions. You have to talk about everything. You have to get in detail. I probably don't talk a lot about detail. Well, we got about 7 minutes left, so I'll try to make it to turn 6 really quick, because there's not a lot you can really do in the early turns. I know some people talk like for 10 minutes for the first 3 turns. And I'm just like, okay, I can't talk that much. Can if I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just looking at this cat who's really wanting to sit in my lap, but there's no room. Sorry, kitty. You're not even my cat. Why are you in here? Yeah. Yeah, just step on the keyboard. That's cool. Thank you. I love you too. Down on the ground. Alrighty. First things first, you're going to make your pretender research. He has 56. He will never leave this province because he can get sniped so easy. I mean, he has 10 hit points, 0 protection, 14 defense skill. He has barely above average defense skill. No protection, so when he gets hit, he's just dead. So he will be staying there. Recruitment. Avoid. Turn 1, don't hire any of these guys. Turn 2, you can see what's around you and say, okay, do I need to recruit something or not? One strategy to do, I prefer to go an Oni Shugo first turn. That's just me. And have that extra commander out there. Some people don't recruit anything first turn. They will just straight up go for a Dione on turn 2, which means they'll have that commander on turn 4. I prefer to start recruiting them about turn 3 or 4, so by turn 6 or 5 they're out. Because your Oni Shugo can honestly handle everything you need, and they're a lot cheaper. Excuse me. So turn 1, Oni Shugo. Profit, profit, profit. That is the biggest thing. Always make this guy a profit. Don't do what I do, it's screw up and not do those. Okay. This is turn 1, so our Dominion's not anywhere. That means our Bless is not going to be as strong. Percentage-wise, I don't know the math on it. But I'm hoping we can go into this area right here. It's low income, which hurts us. Yomi really need income, but it has excellent resources, more magic sites. We want the magic sites. Same thing with the oh wow, mountains and forest. Okay, yeah. Same thing. And then we'll probably get a beeline for here for the income. Now in a multiplayer game, I would probably completely ignore this province. These two are really good for magic sites. You know, many more magic sites at the waste. And I would focus on... Oh, wow. Alright, that's a little bit better. These 3 provinces here, I would more than likely go for. The reason why I'm not going over here is, if you can see, we have a mountain range. I mean, okay. We can be entered from these 3 provinces. So probably in the winter, maybe a few more, but I mean, you really don't have to worry about any of this area right here. So, and this is from a multiplayer aspect. This is where I'm going. I'm like, okay, you know what? Eventually, I'm going to plop down a castle right here. Maybe right here. But it's just, I'm so difficult to get to right now. Not with my luck, I normally get like Atlantis, which would be right there. Or Relay, or Theodorus, and that's my luck in multiplayer games. I will get a death skill army literally spawning right next to me. It doesn't fail. Or I'll have a high priest army. It doesn't matter. I get screwed. Okay, so we've recruited our Oni Shugo, because that's what we're going with. We will be doing researchers probably about turn 8, because after you get your first Dione out, you kind of want to go Dione, 2 Oni Shugos, Dione, well, 2 Oni Shugos, priest, Dione, just whatever suits you, honestly, at that point. Research, we did not get to our Authorization 1. Huh, it didn't give us 1 in anything. I thought I had that to where it would give us a random research. Alright. Let's go Alteration 3. Well, that's going to give us... 1 will give us... nothing we need. Okay. 2. It's going to give us Stone Skin. Extra protection. Level 3, we're going to Iron Skin. No more than that. Then we're going to need 1 in Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy? This, I've explained in my other video, we want to rush to level 5. Everything else is pretty much poop. Level 5. And then level 6, because we want to go for burden of time into culture. That's it. We'll leave that there. Research, and we really don't have to worry about recruiting researchers for quite a few turns, because I mean, he's got a 56. You don't have to worry about it. And I've been talking a really long time. I've got like a minute left on this timer. But you know what? We're going to go over, guys. Alright, we've got a recruitment done. He's becoming a prophet. Let's see what we got. Wow, I was the only one that made a profit. Really? I wish that was Deer Tribe. I really wish that was Deer Tribe. Okay, so we really don't have a great area to expand to. Barbarians, you don't really want to expand into them unless you outnumber them with chaff, which we probably do. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Now, Dione and Omishugo, they have severe morale penalties to their troops, so don't expect them to stay in combat too long. That's just asking way too much of them. Divine Blessing, always attack closest enemy. There's nothing else he's really going to do. And these guys you want to keep up towards the front, because remember, they are combat oriented. You're not really worried about casting spells. Let's see what he can cast. Okay, he actually, he spawned with air shield. We will go with that. That is nice. And closest enemy. You could put them on the sides. I prefer to keep them in the center. So the chaff here of our little demons are going to take the hit. Gather up both of those. We will go here, because I want to beeline for that. Now we have 386 gold. You know what? We're going to hold off, because we're going to start recruiting Dione next turn. You know what? Let's just view the battle. We either lost this terribly or we won it. Okay, we only got 6 wolves. So, sorry about that. That was my timer going off. I've been talking way too long. We only got 6 wolves. So they spawn 3 apiece, so 50% for their ability. They are super buffed. We're going to go ahead and just increase the speed on this. Oh, those barbarians. Oh, wow. Yep. Never healing wound. That's really, really bad to get, especially this early. That's okay, though. It was 195 gold. So, we're not too worried about that. He is regenerating. And he's back up to 16 hit points. Yeah, we'll go back. He's at 20 strength, 16 attack, 21 protection. That's amazing. Now his precision is crap. We're not going to even joke about that. It's crap. Takes a lot to hit. Now our Oni, when they die, they become ethereal, and they rout after they die. So they're just very cheap units. It looks like we have routed the barbarians. But we took a good bit of damage. But hey, that's alright. Onishugo's killed 7. Blah. We did lose a good chunk of our chaff. That's okay, though. You know what? It doesn't really matter. They were free in the first place. Dionio, this is going to take 2 turns to recruit. Check our research. Alteration's still working. It'll be done next turn. We'll be going to level 2. Now, we have 129 gold. What do we want to do with that? Next turn, we're really not going to recruit anything. We're going to hold on to that gold, because we're going to need to start spamming temples here eventually. And actually, we spawn no more Onis. We're going to go ahead and send these guys straight into here. This only has 10, which probably about 15 or 20. And with my luck, of course, I have barbarians everywhere. On top of heavy cav, so go straight into that. What turn is this? Turn 3, something like that? We just slaughtered them, somehow. I guess the bandits, no? Like, oh, my wolves. We're just gonna check this out real quick, guys. We're not gonna watch every battle, but... You can see the chaff wolves, which are spawned every battle, did all that work for us. That's awesome. Typically against the AI, you want about a 2 or a 3. Right now it's so early game, we don't have to worry about it. These slow to recruit units are really hurting us. But, go like this. Wow, we have another 10 province. Okay. Constantly check your provinces to see if anything spawned. Even without a temple, only have a chance of spawning, so don't worry about too much. Now, our incom's gone up a good bit. We're at 297. We're losing 14 a turn right now. Perfect, perfect. The only damage really taken is never healing wounds. It's fine, it's fine. And we're just gonna keep going. You know, check your research, see what's at. We're getting close to Alteration 3, which means we need to go ahead and start looking at some other things we may need. We might need some enchantment stuff. Hey, do we need to spam skeletons? Will that be beneficial to us? More than likely not. But hey, I mean, maybe you'll get Buck Wild and go Blood Magic. Who knows? Construction, we will be doing that later on in the series. To get some really awesome stuff like Scepter of Lava. Mostly going to be weapons, because they need AoE attacks. You know, that's just them. But we're not too worried about that right now, so let's keep going. You can pillage. That's one thing I noticed a lot of people won't do, is they won't pillage their provinces. Let's just look at the record. Awesome. They killed 4. Unexpected event. Dominion +2, that's actually one of the better events you can have, because you really fight for Dominion early on. You really do. Okay, we have 400 and something gold. Go pop that up to a couple. Okay, as of now, there's not anything I'd really want to attack at this point. We do not have the chaff, really. I mean, we could probably take this right here. We're going to suffer a lot of archer damage. That's really going to hurt us. These are like the level, I like to call them level 2. If the little bitty Onis are level 1, the Akka Onis are level 2. The throw fire or throw flames is actually really good when it hits. Alright, so we have our Akamoto. We've already started recruiting another Onishugu. That should be next turn. He should pop. Yeah. But we are going to follow him up with a priest, because he's going to hang out at the capital until we have somebody bless him. Because, hey, guess what? He's sacred, but he cannot bless himself. So, that's quite alright, though. He has enough chaff to do what he needs to do. Alright. We are going to go with Stone Skin. Actually, do that backwards. You always want to bless first, in case somebody has a flying unit. Then Stone Skin. Attack, closest enemy. And then we're going to hold down control in 1, because we're going to be doing this a lot. So now whenever I do that, it'll, when I press the 1 key over that, it'll spam it. Alright, he actually has a further move. I'm going to send him down here. We're going to go ahead and try to take this wasteland. Actually, not wasteland, right here. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not clicking anything right today. Actually, you know what? It's great, let's meet up. I mean, that's pretty much it. And your turns are to... Oh, we lost one. Lanka's in the game. For right now, you're literally just hopping between Dionis, Onishugos. I like to take 2 Onishugos and an army together. They just complement each other very well. With the extra chaff, they will be doing alright. Now with this, you could actually take out the blessing from him and just wait on Divine Blessing, which we're going to do here, since he will be AoE Blessing. These guys are a good bit tougher than your little Onis, so let's go ahead and put them in the front. Move him up. Alrighty. I have no clue how much longer of my limit I've been running, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about how long it's going to take to upload this video. Right now we're at 500 gold. We're sitting on a ton of gold, guys. But remember, we're not recruiting anything other than this. Because here very soon, once that priest gets out, we're going to claim a province. Actually, probably what we'll do is we'll keep the priest moving, have an additional priest going behind, and dropping just a ton of temples. Because right now we're about to attack into domain that's not ours, so it's not... Ooh, it's 50. You know what? Let's just show the power of the bless. Let's go for it. Even though we have a wounded commander, let's do this. YOLO. They're just demons. We can recruit more. We have the gold. Let's watch the video. The battle. I'm sorry, guys. The battle. Alright. Right off the bat, we've got 3, 6, 9... Oh, we got 11, 11 wolves. That was a great spawn right there. Let's see what they've got. They have a bunch of heavy infantry. Right? No, that's militia? Okay, wow. No, we're going to, really mess up these guys. The wolves alone, yeah, they really didn't kill a whole lot, but they are doing their job. If that would have been cavalry, they just would have eaten the cavalry charges. Here's the stats for a blessed Dione. 50 hit points, protection 24, defense 12, nah. Attack skill, strength. Everything looks well except for precision, but it really doesn't matter. Now you can see the throw fire coming in. Hopefully that's going to do some damage. Our Oni Shugo's doing that. Or not throwing fire, but that last bit of damage. Look, the other Shugo is hitting so hard, he's one-shotting everything. That's those, the Dione that appear to be hitting. If you see units lighting up the light color, that's their all going into effect. Oh, he got hit. No battle wounds, though. That's pretty much, as long as you have chaff, and you can make it through the archer fire, you are going to destroy whatever you're going into. Oh, really? Oceania, okay, they're not terrible, but since they are here, we're going to waste a little bit of gold just right there on our province. 10, it's going to give us an unrest reduction, but that's okay. But you can pretty much steamroll. I mean, see if anything spawned. No, nothing spawned there. Just straight into the next province. And this is really good. This is increasing our income. Now, if we were to plop down a castle, I think it's got like a 1 or 2, let's call it hex range, 1 or 2 province range to draw in resources and income. You still get something from just having that province, but it's not a whole lot. Yeah, let's go straight into there. So we have our second. Oh, we got our first Oni Shugo. That's okay. Let's go ahead and wait on the next one. But I did say we were going to do priest and behind that. Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. And we're going to attack here anyways, so we're going to send this over here. And, no. I was actually going to send over there to build a temple. That's 2 turns. We'll just hang out. It's not going to hurt us. Didn't really get much spawn-wise. -2 morale. -2 morale. That's just the way it goes. He doesn't have stone scan. Okay, what does he have? Oh, yeah, the fire and death magic doesn't really do much. Just cast spells, blessing. Yeah, that's all it really needs. Alrighty, it's in turn. Yeah, no losses. You'll see that a lot. We've got a free hero based on our luck. Our research has been going up quite well. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this, at least to level 3. Because we're going to need it. I mean, this actually is very good. We're going to go handle that heavy cavalry. Let's see here. You know what? Control 2. He actually has some decent spells. So, air shield. What? Near image. Yeah, buddy. I get excited when I see that. They're such powerhouses. They're going to go into there. This will be the last battle we're going to watch because I have really gone over the time. He's going to go here. We're going to pop down a temple. He's building. Now we're going to spending more money this turn. It's still going to take a whole another turn for him. 2, actually? Maybe, to come in? That's alright. Save money for temples. And building up defense. Because if Oceania starts getting too close, it's going to be an issue. I really don't like fighting underwater nations. They have some nasty stuff. These guys right here, we're going to go ahead and push the envelope and try to take that out. So last turn, Before I gotta end this video. Oceania. We won that, hands down. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't? Battle of Meteor. Oh, we lost that one. We lost our Devourer Demons, who had Inspiration. So, he wasn't sacred. We're not too worried about him. We did lose an Onishugo. But then again, we were fighting 16 Cavalry. It's more than likely what happened there. Deathmatch. Okay. Okay, guys. For the next video, we're going to start with a deathmatch. This will be it. When we come back, hopefully the next video we'll have this. So, alright guys. I will catch you later.